All right, folks, welcome to 𝗬𝗏𝑠corner.tv. I'm with Ryan Matta, and we're going to be talking about, well, Erika Kirk today. You know, Ryan, I mean, to my detriment, I haven't really been following all the drama post Charlie Kirk assassination. You know, I already know that the narrative is not sticking with me, and I just think, like, you know, I know I'm always pride myself on not leaving any stone unturned. You know, I've been following Senator Candace Owens, what she's saying. I've been following what you're reporting on, what you're uncovering. But I just, you know, I'm trying to cover the whole landscape of the deep state war, and I know this is a huge piece of it. But, you know, the drama behind the scenes with Charlie Kirk, Erika, what people are saying about Erika, the gossip, I haven't been following. But I know there's a lot of meat on these bones. And I know you're going to help me and my audience uncover a lot of that today. I'm kind of neutral on the situation, on my position right now with it, because I don't know anything. So I'm going to let you do all the talking here. I'm going to give you the floor. Ryan, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, David, man, it's such a pleasure to be here, brother. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for you know, having the balls. You're always one of the main people that always brings me on your platform, and you give me the opportunity to speak, and I can't thank you enough for it. So I just want to start off by saying thank you for having the actual guts to go into these topics. And I think we should start off by saying with Erika Kirk, I'm on the fence, right? Like, I'm not trying to say she is anything that she's anybody. Everything is speculative. This is just my opinion. But everything that we're seeing from this woman is just not adding up, right? And I think that what we're watching right now is it's almost like they're molding her to be VP. I think that you're going to see JD Vance nominate her as his VP pick. And I think this is all scripted. I mean, everything that we're seeing is just so bizarre, is it not?
I couldn't agree more with you. That's why I brought you on, because nothing adds up and it looks really scripted. And in fact, you know, when I saw so much of Erika Kirk's earlier stuff, I was like, oh, wait, this Christian girl and beauty pageants and trying to get into reality shows, videos. I'm like, I've been around those girls, okay? You know what I mean? And I'm just going to say, from Sancho's point of view, from my alter ego point of view, I kind of know where she's coming from. I know where she's batting. So I'm not, you know, don't hate the game, don't hate the player, hate the game. I know what I'm looking at here, and that's all I'm going to say. And that's why I was bringing you on, because I got my feelers out, and I kind of think to myself, okay, there's something here.
Yeah, man, I think you're right. You know, I had a lady reached out to me, and she was I forget what she did. She said that she used to be in like the modeling agencies or whatever. She was like, listen, when you get to that high level, right? When you're Miss Universe, you're Miss USA, you're Miss Teen this, you're Teen Arizona, or whatever it is, right? Like, those type of people are specifically cast. Like, once you hit that level and you get that award, you're awarded that. And then that person who gets that position is basically like, you're a trophy wife, and then you're hand-picked and handcrafted for somebody.
I judged a beauty pageant. I've judged 3. It was fun. But I'll say this. I'll tell you how they won. No, just kidding. No, I judged 3 beauty pageants, right? And none of the girls I picked or any of the judges picked one. Okay, so they already had that ready. They already got the winners ready to win. They already know.
Wait, you said you judged it?
And it didn't matter. It didn't matter. None of the girls we picked won. They gave it to someone else. We're like, okay, it comes down to this. Yeah. But hold on, we'll get into that, folks. 1 second. Talk about beauty. Get your collagen. A meta-analysis of 23 controlled trials showed that people taking collagen supplements saw real improvements in skin hydration, elasticity, and reductions in wrinkle depth. That means collagen isn't just a beauty fad. It's one of the most studied supplements proven to actually change how your skin looks and feels. This is why I use today's sponsor, Ageless Multi-Collagen, and I'm obsessed. You like my segue, bro? And I'm obsessed with how it makes my skin look. It supercharges my skin with 5 types of premium collagen needed to help reduce wrinkles. Since I started drinking collagen daily, I've noticed smoother skin, more elasticity, fewer fine lines, and a youthful glow. Plus, it also helps improve my joint health, bone strength, and connective tissues. Grab a bag of Ageless Multi-Collagen for 51% off. Wow. And start experiencing real results. Plus, they have a promotion right now that includes free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life, a free ebook titled The 14 Foods for Amazing Skin, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free shipping with every order. Once again, folks, hit the link down below. It's down there. And get started on your collagen, folks. Look beautiful again. Get in some beauty pageants. What the hell? Why not? All right, so you gotta admit, I keep it entertaining, bro.
Bravo, my friend.
All right, so I'm gonna let you take the floor, and yeah, I'll be honest with you, man. Like, it's not sitting with me well. I'm wondering, you know, I'm seeing all the connections that, and I'm not saying anything right now, folks. I'm just saying that what I'm looking at, like many of you, it's not adding up. And I know the narrative with the shooter on the roof, the whole thing, none of that adds up. But gosh, it seems to me like it's just so premature for this girl to be out on center stage and at the podium and smiling and getting awards, and it's not rubbing me the right way.
You know, Nino, I had a great video. Let me share this video that I played earlier today. Let me share this with your audience really quick.
You go from being the behind-the-scenes housewife to now front and center, like you're all of a sudden Princess Diana, gearing up for your VP presidential run. I tried warning everybody. And my man Into the Air, if you guys aren't following in #2 Thin Air over on X, he just put out this video and he says everything she does needs to be on camera. He says this is so bizarre and uncomfortable. I want you guys to watch how the employees are reacting and responding to this. You can tell, like, the employees think it's awkward, they're uncomfortable. Like, you can tell by the body language, her arms are crossed, they're standoffish. Like, these people are looking at her going, what in the fuck are we watching? I don't know about you guys, but this is bizarre, it's weird. What do you guys think about Erika Kirk? Do you think there's something more to this story? Drop those comments below and let me know what you think.
A turning point with his family, but I want you guys all to see the Medal of Freedom and be able to look at it in the back of it. You guys are all part of the legacy. And putting it on the back, it's the first and last time I put a cross on it.
This is Fox News covering this.
I literally will stand here so all of you. Like, I don't care. Everyone can have their moment and see.
I mean, in all fairness, though, I mean, she would have to, if she's gonna take over Turning Point, she would have to be out there front and center, really making this machine work, though, right?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. I think
she should.
I'd be more worried about being a mom. I'd be more worried about taking care of my children and my family. I'm set for life. I have all the money in the world. Like, I don't need money, right? It's something just isn't sitting right. And now,
no, it's not. And like I said, for me, and a lot of people might disagree with me on this, I always look at people's past. Their track record shows me everything. And when I see someone entering beauty pageants, that means they really like attention. Okay, that's what it means to me. And when I see them going into reality shows, that shows me also they're really trying to be famous. Okay, I'm just saying, I've been around this type of girl before. I you know, there's different types of girls. There's cloud chasers, cleat chasers. There, you know, we call them all different kinds of different things, especially being a pro athlete. We saw it all, man. Saw it all. And I'm just saying that I see it a mile away. I see it coming a mile away. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I have to go on. That's it. And that's not a lot, and that's nothing for most people. She could be at home in the fetal position every day crying. I'm going to say she probably is. I don't know anything about her except for what I've seen, glimpses on the internet. But geez, yeah, I mean, it's not passing the smell test.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree with you more, man. And you know those type of girls, right? Like, when you're with that type of girl that wants the attention, she wants to be the front and center spotlight. Charlie almost had her as the stay-at-home wife, right? Like, Charlie was really specific when it came to Christianity and the gender roles, right? Like, the wife's job was to support the husband, raise the family, stay at home, make a bunch of babies, right? She just doesn't seem like the type that just wanted to be the stay-at-home mom and make 6 babies and be behind the scenes.
She's not doing it now, is she?
She's definitely not.
She's definitely out there right now, right? Who's taking care of the kids when they're asking questions about daddy? I guess her mom is, right? Or whoever, but she's not doing it right now. And you know, I'm not saying that she couldn't conform to that, and maybe she was so obsessed over Charlie and really loved Charlie that she was like, You know, maybe she conformed to that and became this stay-at-home mom, and she really loved Charlie. But a tiger doesn't change his stripes. I mean, I don't see how a woman that her past is reality shows, beauty pageants, all of a sudden becomes a stay-at-home mom. It's not fitting. It's not
Doesn't pass smell test.
It's not passing the smell test, dude, for me. And I know a lot of the people in my audience. And listen, that's all I got to go on. And if this is now turning into something where she's going to do a political run, then 𝗬𝗂𝗊𝗵𝗋, bro. We got it. We nailed it. Then we know what this is about. Because if this is where it's going to morph and turn into, and they're going to act like this is organic, this shit ain't organic.
No, dude, she was 17 years old, worth millions, running some child trafficking rescue organization with orphan children in Romanian Angels at 17, worth millions of dollars, connected to NATO, connected to military bases. Her dad was the person who built or contracted with the Iron Dome. Now, this all allegedly, I don't want to like say that I'm absolutely 100% spitting facts at you guys, but these are the things that these are the dots that we're starting to connect. And this girl came out of nowhere. So when I play this next video, I want you guys to just kind of take this in, you know, do your own research. Nothing we're saying here is facts, but these are just speculations. But a whistleblower who was allegedly Charlie Kirk's really close friend just came forward and disguised his identity. And TPV Sean on X just shared this video. I want you guys to take a look at it.
The video you're about to watch about Erika Kirk, this whole story about the Charlie Kirk assassination just got so much bigger than I think we ever thought it was going to. And it's getting darker. And I was always wondering, like, where were Charlie Kirk's best friends? Like, where were his high school homies? These were people that he would have trusted the most, that he would have opened up to, and he would have been speaking to. And it looks like they're coming forward as whistleblowers. So make sure you guys follow TPV Sean over on X and check out this interview.
Now, whistleblowers from inside Charlie's inner circle are coming forward, terrified, hiding, and speaking only through encrypted channels. They're backing up what we already know, and revealing even more about the kind of information people are being killed for.
You know, I don't even know where to start. I watched him fall apart in those last few months. Not because he was crazy, because he was seeing too much. He was uncovering things that nobody in his position was ever supposed to touch. He used to tell me his wife was the best thing that ever happened to him. They met when he interviewed her for a media job. She was perfect, bright, charming, magnetic. He thought he'd found his soulmate, but he didn't know about her past. That was the chapter she'd buried deep, and when it surfaced, it shattered him. I remember the night he called me, voice shaking. He said it straight out. I think she's part of it. I said, part of what? He said, the network. The same one I've been chasing. The same one tied into the wars, the border, the trafficking, all of it. He wanted to believe she could somehow love him and still be his handler. That's what he said. I still have the text. He was trying to make sense of the impossible. I told him he was too good a person, saw the good in people even when it wasn't there. But he wouldn't let it go. He kept digging. That's when he started talking about the Epstein files. He said those documents were the missing link. The proof that what he'd found wasn't isolated, that the trafficking, the blackmail, the political control, it all tied together. He was a Trump supporter, sure, but he kept saying, if Trump really stands for America, he needs to release the files, all of them. No redactions. The world needs the truth. He believed those files connected the dots, the border chaos, the international networks, the politicians on every side who were either compromised or complicit. He said once that if people saw what was in there, the world's power structure would collapse overnight. The last time we spoke, he sounded exhausted but calm, like a man who'd already made peace with what was coming. He told me he had everything backed up, and that if anything happened to him, I'd know where to look. We never got that far. A few days later, he was gone. I can't tell you exactly what he found, but I know this. He wasn't paranoid. He was right, and his death proves it.
The video.
Oh. Well, how can just in all fairness, how can we be sure that's his friend? I mean, they're covering their identity and the voice, so we don't really know that's truly his friend, right? I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No, I'm with you 100%, man. I couldn't agree more.
So in all fairness, folks, I don't know who that person is, what they're saying. So that's kind of, that could just add to the bells and whistles, smoke and mirrors in this thing. But
it makes a lot of sense, though.
It does. I want to believe it, but I can't take that as credible because the guy, it just says friend, face it, and it sounded like he was reading something, but I don't know. I mean, if that's true, then we're in some big problems, and she could be getting positioned to make a run for VP, man. I mean, that could be the big deal here. That could be, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of her. She's not going away. She's going to be the face of Turning Point, and if she starts doing engagements with Vance, then we know the gig is up, right?
Vance was the first. Remember when she came out, she gave that like eulogy type thing where she went to Charlie's microphone in his studio, and the first person she thanked, who was it? JD Vance. It was right off the rip, right off the bat. Now, let me ask you this. You've been in a relationship before, right? You've had a girlfriend a couple times, right? So when in your relationship, have you ever dated a girl that would like for a long period of time that didn't like know the exact date, month, time, minute, second that you guys met? Like
no, they have a memory of an elephant, dude. They remember everything.
Okay. Why? Let me play this video and let me see what you think.
Married and when do you? This one's easy. How long have you been married, and when did you know it was time to get married?
We've been married since 2021. We laugh about this because our dates are so messed up because of babies, meaning there's so many dates to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Anniversaries, like kids' birth
May
dates.
14th,
yeah,
August
all the
23rd.
things. So we've been married for.
How did you know it was time to get married? I mean,
how did we know? You just know.
It's also don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time. And plus, we were ready to start our life together.
That's right. Okay,
that was an easy one.
That's easy.
Bro.
Dude. That gave me the chills. That was weird.
Dude, it's almost like Charlie purposely did that. Like it to me, watching that, it felt like, I don't even know if those were legit questions or if Charlie was just pretending like those were legit questions to throw it out there like that. Because that was freaking weird. Was that not?
Or he's just so smitten by her. He's hoping that she whoa. Gosh.
I think he knew. I think he knew that I don't think he knew all along, but I think he was waking up to realizing, holy crap, she's in on it.
Damn, bro. Every woman would know that.
Every woman. Like what dude, I've dated girls for months before. They're celebrating your 1 month or your 6 week, your 6 week at your half year anniversary, right? There is no way any woman who is seriously in love with you, the only way you wouldn't know that like the back of your hand, because when you're in love, when you fall in love with somebody, dude, like those dates matter.
And women mark those dates.
Oh, it's like a gravestone, dude. There is no way you could even remember the year. Not even the year.
And then she was like, 4. Wow. Now I'm really, man, this is raising a lot of questions for me, man. That's probably, that to me was a big shocker, man. I'm sorry. That's crazy.
And I'm like you, I'm just a normal guy, right?
That's if a chick's not really into a guy, that's how they answer the questions. If they're just kind of like, whatever.
Bro.
Oh, wow, man. Wow. This is gonna unfold in ways that this is about to get real interesting. We're gonna see if she's playing a part. I gotta say if. But I think what you're showing here to my audience and to me raises a lot of questions. That's at least what it does. At least it does that.
I'm with you, bro. I want to.
What does Candace Owens say about her?
Candace says that there's only 2 people that she would listen to if they told her to stop, right? One of them would be Erika Kirk. The second would be her husband. And allegedly, Erika hasn't asked her to stop. Now,
There's that.
I would find it I think it would be even worse if she did, though, right? If Erika Kirk came out and tried to convince Candace to stop now, especially now, boy, dude, this is so dark. And you start thinking about like the Epstein list, right? Like that is like what that guy said there. Like why in the hell do we not have the Epstein list? So we brought Nick Bryant, right? I don't know if you've ever interviewed Nick Bryant. If you haven't, you should let me connect you with him. So Nick Bryant's the one. He's the man who published Epstein's Black Book in 2012. He purchased from somebody that was willing to sell it. I forget who actually sold it to him, but he bought a copy of Epstein. He bought the Black Book, Epstein's personal diary, like his phone book. So when you,
why doesn't he put that? Did he make it public?
Oh yeah, epsteinsblackbook.com.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, it's every
I didn't even
name,
know
every
about
list.
it, bro.
Isn't that crazy how the media works?
Yeah,
it's insane, right? So his Black Book has been published out there, right? Plenty of people. This was just his Rolodex.
But
so
it doesn't mean someone's guilty or not. It just means they're in his book, right?
100%.
Okay.
So you know, Dufresne, I forget her name. Gosh, what's the girl's name? The one who just passed away. The Epstein victim that passed away, Virginia Dufresne.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
It's Virginia.
She's Virginia, but I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I remember her last name if you said it, but my audience will probably know. Put it in the comments. But yeah, she just died, right? How did she pass? Was it a heart attack or something crazy?
She took her own life or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So like an overdose or something crazy.
Something like that.
So in her book, she calls it like the Billionaires Playboy Club or whatever, I believe was the title of her book. And I think she went to publish it because it never got published because somebody that was really close to her had never seen it. So the day that she passed away, all of a sudden it got sent to me somehow. And I got like a PDF copy of this book and I actually read it. And I was just shocked. This girl went into in-depth detail of how his operations worked, how she'd go out and recruit girls. And when she was out recruiting girls and she'd bring girls back to Epstein, like that was her job, right? She was like 16, 17, and she would go out and meet cute girls and she'd flirt with them or go get a massage. And then when she was getting a massage, she'd be like, oh, hey, do you want to come back and like come play with me? And I got a billionaire. This guy, really rich guy, he pays $500 for a massage. You want to come with us? Because she would get an extra 200. She was getting, I think it was like $250 if she had sex with Epstein. But if she brought a girl back with her, then it was $500, right? So she wasn't, it was like a bonus. So, and then after she would bring the girls back to Epstein, and if Epstein liked them, he would get their number, right? And he would write their number in this Black Book. So all this huge Rolodex of every girl that Epstein slept with, basically he wrote her name and number in this book. And then those were also girls all over the world. So like when they would travel, when Epstein would fly anywhere, fly in New York or whatever, he'd send his harem of girls that flew on the jet with him out into the town to do go shopping, go buy yourself a dress, blah, blah,
and
blah,
recruit.
And so
other girls would see them buying stuff and they'd,
Yup. And then Epstein also had this Rolodex of girls that would come and have sex for money, right? So it didn't matter what state he was in, what town he was in, what city he was in. He had this Rolodex of chicks that he could just basically, whenever I'm horny, I could just snap my finger and chick's going to come over. And he had this entire operation. He had a camera guy that was specifically their job was just to watch the cameras in the house and track all of the girls at pretty much all the times. And then anytime that there was any politicians or anybody over, those files all got logged, right? So Epstein was literally recording and filming and logging and saving and backing up
all night long. That's all
every day, all day. And he had houses all over the world. So, and they were all wired with cameras. So he would send, Virginia over to meet Prince Andrew at the New York Palace or whatever mansion he was at. And they would meet up, link up there, and that's how we knew so much about his operation. I mean, it was a big loss when she passed away, right? Like she was literally leading the charge. And then now we're watching Patel, right? The same thing that he said when he went on to Joe Rogan's podcast. You remember that specific interview where he was on Rogan's podcast and he asked about the Epstein list and he goes, he repeats himself. He goes, do you think that I would actually lie if there was somebody that was on film having sex with a child? Do you think that's a felony? Do you think I would actually cover that up? He was just on, I forget the guy's name, John Sullivan's podcast. So John Sullivan is the editor-in-chief of the Washington Post, right? Or the Washington Times, whatever that article is. John Sullivan's the only person in the world, I don't want to say the only person in the world, but one of the very few people in the world, one of the very few journalists who's directly connected to the White House. So when the White House wants to break a story and they need to get it out and get it to a journalist that they trust and they want to kind of push their first impression on it, They gave it to John Sullivan. So John Sullivan is the guy who also went on Fox News 8 hours after Charlie Kirk's assassination and told us that there was foreign intelligence involved, or they suspected that there may be foreign intelligence involved. So he's interviewing Kash Patel last week or 2 days ago. And Kash Patel goes, he goes, and these online conspiracy theorists, they're actually anarchists because, and they're harmful anarchists because if you basically question the FBI's narrative, he goes, and you think that if anybody else was involved, we wouldn't be investigating? And I go, that's his tell. Like, that is Kash Patel's tell. He like has to you think you
reiterate it,
questioning me? Yeah. Like trying to like,
you don't trust me?
Yeah. You don't trust me. I'm the FBI director. Do you think the FBI would ever cover up a crime or a lie? And you look
I know he said we deal in facts, not conspiracies. I saw something like that. And let me tell you, I've had Kash on my show many times. I haven't had him since he's been FBI director. I haven't heard from him at all. So yeah, I don't know what to think now, to be honest, because
dude, I went and opened up his foundation. I went down to Nashville to kick off the Fight for Kash Foundation with 𝗫𝗏𝗋𝗋, the FBI whistleblowers. You know those FBI whistleblowers? That big smoke and mirrors thing, like,
yes.
Oh, we're bringing back.
Yes.
They still haven't brought them back, bro. They still haven't got back pay yet. They still have not been paid to this day.
My Lord, man.
𝗫𝗏𝗋𝗋, let's just talk about him for a minute. 𝗫𝗏𝗋𝗋 served this country. He went into Iraq and was taking bullets downrange for this country.
He's the one with the beard, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like Dothraki. He's like 6'7".
Yeah, big guy, beard, right?
Dude, and he's the most Christian man you will ever meet. I've never met anybody that's more Christian or more Catholic and can recite more Bible verses off the top of their head. He is like a God-fearing, like pure blood. Like if I had a son and my son grew up to be half the man that 𝗫𝗏𝗋𝗋 would be, I would be the proudest father in the world, right?
Wow.
That's the type of dude that this guy is.
Yeah.
So during this, he started coming forward with whistleblower allegations, right? And it was like, the FBI is doing this wrong. They're doing this wrong. He went to Congress. He did it all right. And then finally, nobody was listening, right? So then he had to become actually an actual official whistleblower and actually go to the media with it because nothing was happening. So they suspended him, and it was a huge sham trial. Everybody knows it was a sham trial. But in the process of him becoming a whistleblower, they were actually giving him like a promotion. He was moving from wherever he was in Illinois to like Washington, D.C., let's just say. I don't know the exact state. But so they knew that they were going to fire him. They waited for him to move. So when you're in the FBI and they give you a promotion or you change departments or change agencies, you basically call up a moving company. They come in, they box up all your stuff, they put it into a truck, and then the FBI pays for it based off the weight of that truck. So you don't have to do anything. It's really actually nice. So they waited. So in the process of him moving, he has 4 kids. He had just had a newborn baby. The baby was like 1 week old when this was happening. He was transferring from Illinois to, let's say, Washington, D.C. The moving company came and picked up all the stuff. He's like, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to start the new job. I'll start there. And then I'll get once I get settled in, I'll get an Airbnb for a week. And then when our house is ready, we'll have the truck move all of our stuff in, and then you can come down with the kids. So in the period of that, the FBI had all of his stuff boxed up in this U-Haul truck, right? They fired him, and they refused to give him his own stuff back.
Oh, wow.
It was the week before Christmas. His daughter had to come to him, Dad, crying. His 4-year-old daughter was crying, Dad, why won't the FBI let me have my bike?
What? And this is as Kash Patel's director?
This all happened. This is how it all happened. He has still not been reinstated yet, and Kash Patel's been back in there for 8 months, dude.
Okay, so this happened before.
Yeah.
Right? But Kash Patel hasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I went with 𝗫𝗏𝗋𝗋 to kick off the Fight with Kash Foundation. Like me and 𝗫𝗏𝗋𝗋 went to Nashville, Tennessee specifically to help Kash Patel because there was allegedly some really shady shit where Kash raised some money, $600,000 and $100,000 went missing. And all of a sudden he needed to raise $100,000 real quick. So he started the Fight with Kash Foundation, and poof, we raised $120,000 like the first day. And that's exactly why we went down there. And this man who literally, he served in the military, then he came home, became a cop, then he went into the FBI, he served in the FBI. This dude has done everything right for this country. And he hasn't had a paycheck in over 1,000 days. It's actually probably like 1,200 days now. It's probably close to being on 4 years, dude.
Jeez.
And Kash Patel could do it in the swift of a pen. One stroke. Here you go, Garrett. And I get Kyle, you know, Kyle Seraphin, right? He's loud in the mouth and he's, you know, attacking Cash constantly, but Garrett's not. Garrett's been quiet. He's kept his head down. He's went to Congress and testified. And so I see Cash treating Garrett like that. We were at Mar-a-Lago together. We went to Mar-a-Lago with Cash for the release of Police State, Dinesh D'Souza's film. It was me, Garrett, Steve. We were all, I took a photo of them. We actually almost got basically jumped by
Wow,
Secret Service.
I have Garrett's number here.
Yeah. You should have him on. It's like, at this point, dude, it's so sad and disgusting.
Wow,
and if they're willing
exactly
to do
who
that
you're talking about. I'm like, I know this guy.
Yeah, and if they're willing to do that to Garrett and a man like that, and Cash knows the type of man that guy is. He knows how much they screwed his family over. And if he's willing to do that to him, a man like that, one of your friends, it's basically would be like you become boys with somebody and you just stabbing them right in the back and then smiling in their face and turning the knife. And he's willing to do that to Garrett. And he's covering up the Epstein files, and you think he's not going to cover up this Charlie Kirk assassination? I don't trust the dude.
So you're saying you don't trust Cash Patel at all?
Not as far as you can throw. I think he's more corrupt
this is
than
getting
Chris
dark.
Wray, bro.
Huh? Boy. You know, I never wanted to be a cheerleader, dude. I'm not a cheerleader. That's why I have people like you on my show. I don't want to. I believe in leaving no stone uncovered, right? Unturned. We got to do it. We got to look at everything because truth is ugly. It's not always a beautiful thing. It's ugly. And the information you're relating to me and my audience right now, like, yeah, it kind of, it's disturbing. It's really disturbing. But I can't defend them. I'm not going to sit there and defend them because this is true. These allegations you're saying that, you know, yeah, bro. I mean, I have to say that bothers me. It does. It really does.
It should bother every American citizen.
It does.
We're all sitting here like I was out there literally not campaigning for Cash, but like the only Cash hashtag, Charlie Kirk created that. That was like his branding, only Cash. It was Charlie Kirk who got Cash Patel over the finish line. He's the one who got him nominated. Cash wouldn't even be FBI director today if it wasn't for Turning Point and what Charlie Kirk did. That man should have recused himself day one. It is FBI policy, bro. FBI, DOJ, standard policy. You are not only emotionally connected, you're financially invested. Charlie Kirk helped raise funding for your foundation, bro. You are financially invested. You are emotionally. You go on national TV and you tell him that you're his best friend. The defense attorney of Tyler Robinson, if this was legit, it wasn't a sham trial. I mean, I interviewed Elizabeth Lane. Elizabeth Lane's a journalist who's out there. She's already found an attorney pro bono that will represent Tyler Robinson in this case. He's a high-profile attorney from New York, and she's having trouble getting through to Tyler Robinson to even get Tyler Robinson to say, hey, yes, I'll accept this new attorney, because in Utah, the laws in Utah right now are when it's a death penalty case, the public defense, because you have a right to a public defender, the public defenders that they give just to the normal felon, those, if it's a death penalty case, then they have the ability to deny it. And once they deny it, then the prosecutor, the DA, basically, I might be missing a few words here, but basically the DA gets to pick Tyler Robinson's counsel. So the DA that's going to be going to prosecute Tyler Robinson has literally handpicked his counsel that is going to represent him. This entire thing freaking reeks to high heaven. And this is why I keep warning your audience. I don't know if I warned your audience yet, actually. There is going to be a major false flag. There is going to be, there has to be something so massive, and it might be a directed energy weapon attack. It might be another Maui fire. It might be another Hurricane Helene. But something so massive has to.
I think it's not going to look like a natural disaster. I think it's going to be something to propel us into war.
Okay, so then
that's my hunch.
Have you interviewed JJ Carroll, my partner?
Yeah, JJ Carroll, the Border Patrol.
So this was about 4 weeks ago. JJ hits me up. It's right after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "I got something to tell you." He goes, "If this comes true," he goes, "me and you are going to go film." He's like, "We're going to go boots on the ground the day that if this happens." He goes, "But hear me out." He goes, "So all my guys on the inside are telling me that they're planning some type of false flag attack." He said that they're going to target major cities that only have one trauma center. So that way, when they detonate whatever dirty bomb or explosive device that they're going to detonate, or wherever the attack is, as people come to the trauma center, they're going to have, he was trying to say it was Al-Qaeda, and I'm going, okay, we know who is going to be dressed
really
like,
is. Yeah.
dressed like Al Qaeda, right? We don't even say their name on
Yeah.
here, but we all know who we're talking about. They're going to be dressed as law enforcement officers. So that way, when people transcend from that town in on that trauma center, bringing in all the victims, they're going to get hit again. And it'll outrage so many American citizens. The casualty count they're aiming for is about 4,000 to 5,000 Americans.
I would say it's going to be quadruple that. I think it's going to be bigger than 9/11, in my opinion.
I think you're right. It has to be. And then just imagine we're going to go in martial law. Everything will be locked down. The
Insurrection
internet will
Act
be locked down. They'll have the reason to just nuke everybody off the internet, and they're just going to force feed us this bullshit, dude. And we're going to choke on it. And the only way we don't is if every single American wakes up. Like you guys we have to take the blinders off. We have to start seeing this shit in real time as it's happening, because if we don't, like, we are in very dangerous times right now. You know, I don't think I've only been doing this for 4 years, right? I've only been here diving on these rabbit holes for 4 years. I'm no expert by any means, but I can see the writing on the walls. We've been able to call quite a few things before they happened. And even Charlie Kirk was saying they were going to kill me. He was literally sending out text messages, according to Candace Owens, the day before he died, saying they are going to kill me. And then think about like this. You probably know some badass gangster dudes, right? Like, think about El Chapo, right? You're El Chapo. You're coming up in the cartel ranks. You're sitting down with El Chapo Guzman, finally brings you into the fold. He's like, hey, you know, I want to give you my daughter. I'm going to give you millions of dollars, and I'm going to make you the head of this organization. And you go, hey, thanks, El Chapo. I got this nice little side chick over here, and I'm actually going to, you know, I don't want to sell your drugs. I'm going to sell my own drugs. Have a nice day. You don't walk away from it.
Death sentence. And he was turning down big donors. And Erika Kirk, from what I understand here, her father is involved, correct, with that little country in the Middle East somehow.
Yeah, I heard.
So there's a lot here. Yeah. So there's a lot here, but geez, man, it gets so disturbing. And you know, it almost seems like it's intentional that they're lighting so many conspiracy fires everywhere. Your head's turning every direction. It's like on a swivel. You don't know what to believe. It's called the art of confusion, the art of war, the art of confusion, confusing so many people that there's so many conspiracy theories out there now. We don't know what to look at, so you just give up, you throw your hands up and go forget it. Kind of like what I did, you know, with Turning Point. You know, I'm just like, the gossip, this and that. I just kind of paying attention from a peripheral view. You know, I'm not really focused on it, but it's right there. I know my audience has been paying attention to this, a lot of people, and that's why I wanted to do this video with you about Erika Kirk, because it's not sitting with me right. It's just not, and I have no way. Folks, I don't know either way. I'll be honest with you. I'm neutral on this. I'm just all I can say is just not sitting with me. That's it. That's all I can say. I don't have proof. I'm not diving into it. I'm not really going down the rabbit holes. I brought Ryan on for that, and
I'm with you, man. I'm in the exact same position. I don't know what to make of this, but when you ask yourself in your gut, does this really pass the smell test?
No, and my gut's always right, because my gut as a fighter, that's what I go on.
Yep.
And right now it's sharp as ever, dude, because I'm sober. Give me a few drinks and I might think something else. But I'm telling you, man, like it's just not. It's almost scary how it's like my gut's telling me.
Yeah, brother. I mean, maybe we just wrap it there. You know, I mean, this is we could go down this and play the what if game.
Let's go on Nino'sCorner.tv. Let's try to do that tomorrow. Let's finish this up there.
Let's do it, brother.
Ryan Matta, folks, where do people find you?
You can follow me at Ryan Matta Media over on X. I'm getting ready to drop a new documentary on child trafficking, and it's gonna wake this country up. If you think what was happening with the migrant children is bad, wait till you hear what's happening with CPS. It's gonna be coming out in November. Hopefully, you guys are ready for it.
I know all about that. Let's talk about that too on .tv.
Let's do it, brother.
All right, bro. Good seeing you, man. Stay in touch.